It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. The Nittany Lions will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Owls. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions offense will go to work first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks. Us talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield, it's Kane. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Pocket breaking down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Owls offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And we'll get a quick look at one of the early leaders for the Heisman. Winning the award as a running back certainly demands something beyond the normal. He's going to have to put together a stellar season.
No, he will. And listen, it's hard for running backs to get this award now. It is a quarterback award, but recent years, Ashton Jeanty, you saw him there. But you got to be the catalyst. You got to be the straw that stirs the drink. You got to put up huge numbers. So far, Palmer, he's been a catalyst. He's been great. He's just going to have to keep it going.
And his numbers are pretty good now. I think they have a chance to get even better. When you look at the schedule moving ahead, they're going to have to force feed him the football. He's going to have to play big in those games if they're going to keep winning. So keep an eye on this guy as a Heisman favorite because he's got that kind of ability.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Got the back over the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Owls will snap it on 1st and 10.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Give to the back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling into the end zone he goes. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Quarterback making checks. Back open in the middle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Owls want to pick up the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Myers. He's got it on the run. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fat.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. USF fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Charlotte. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They'll try to run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll take it on the return. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. Guys, it's Temple with the lead here at the end of the quarter. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw. It's Meyer. Out of the backfield, he's open. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Owls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Finds the tight end. Smashes through the tackle. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39. And the Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense, try to keep the quarterback standing up straight.
Line is set on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Lets it fly. Makes a connection. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Quick strike complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Owls had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless and moving. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Here's the handoff. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Owls. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They'll run the screen. Open space at the 25. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got it up for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
Rushes on him. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
Oh, they had the screen all set up on 1st down, and he couldn't make the catch.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down. They're able to get... make sure it falls incomplete.
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old. Park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Old Dominion has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 14 to Florida Atlantic. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Myers. He's moving out of the pocket. A strike downfield. There he goes. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Got it in the middle, it's Burr. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're looking for an advantage to the right. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Punt is on its way. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking to throw, it's Meyer. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Got it in the middle. It's Sims. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. That said, let's get back to the field, and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Owls will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Owls with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offense.
Touchdown, Temple! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
They boot it away on 4th down. Heels to punt and try to pick up some yards. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
To the air, it's Myers. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Owls. And they take it in for 6 more points. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Kane. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. They'll run the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go.
Oh, he's got some space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Owls.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Old Dominion is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 17 over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. From the gun, running back gets to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Here's the pressure. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's got room. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've come to the end of the period, and Temple is holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown.
Turning it on!
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
To the air. It's Meyer. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. He's got his man. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he rolls into the house. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Whitaker. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get down, and we can still have a better situation now.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. Wants to return it. Can they catch him? A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Well, you just couldn't find a much better way to start the drive. First and goal from the 3. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it at the 15. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part of it. A late touchdown.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting, and they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched, but here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. That last possession, the early punt, losing track of the downs, whatever it was, David, that was a fireable offense. They better atone here.
I mean, that is unbelievable. That no one catches that? Like the first coach, the second coach, maybe a player. Hey, it's not fourth down, and we punted the football. I got nothing.
The only dude who liked that play call was the punter.
Analytics replaced with idiotics.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. And the Owls come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Myers. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Vincent. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Trying to impose their will with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't.
Back to throw, it's Meyer. Caught near the sticks, it's Coates. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.